and welcome to Getting To Know ACS with Tracy
and Jasmine.
And today our guest is Danielle Robertson from New Parent Support, which is part of Family Advocacy Program. So Danielle, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into all the questions?
Okay, yeah. Well, again, I'm Danielle Robertson. I'm a home visitor with New Parent Support Program, part of ACS and under the Family Advocacy Program. And I am from Virginia. I've been in El Paso for about 10 years now. And I really like it here. And I have 2 kids of my own in very different stages of their life. I have a 18-year-old that's her first year in college, and then I also have a 5-year-old.
First year in school.
Yeah. So that's been very, fun to kind of tackle and challenge. But so that's a little bit about me.
Okay, and you're an RN.
Yes.
Right. So our home visitors, you guys are RNs, right?
The 2 that's here now.
Right.
So me and Justinia, we're both RNs. However, that you also can be a licensed clinical social worker.
Okay.
And I do believe you can be I think it's like a family and marriage therapist. I think it's MFT or some type of acronym like that.
Okay.
In order to be a home visitor here with New Parent Support Program.
Okay, cool. So last time we had you guys on, it's been over a year ago, or almost a year ago, and it was during COVID. So some things have changed since then, because at that time you guys were doing play groups virtually and that type of thing. So can you tell us what is new and happening in New Parent Support now that we're kind of post-COVID or kind of getting somewhat into a new normal?
Yeah, trying to come out of COVID. So when New Parent Support was on, we were doing our play groups virtually, and we were also doing our home visits virtually as well too, by phone call, Zoom or Teams, Duo or FaceTime is how we were conducting our home visits. But however, we're back. Yeah. We're back out in these streets. So
we're on the outside.
So we are conducting home visits. However, if you are still like one of those ones that's kind of like particular about who you want in your home doing, we're still COVID right now.
Okay.
We can still conduct it virtually. We are doing our play groups. It's been kind of hard trying to get back acclimated. Certain places we can't go. There is a limit of how many participants we can have.
Okay.
So, but we are still going. So right now we are going to Biggs Park. Now it's starting to get warm outside.
Okay.
We're going to Art and Hobby Shop for crafts. And then we're also back into the library because we couldn't go to the library during COVID. But now we are able to go back to the library. However, it's about a 12 participant limit. So we like everybody to kind of like RSVP or call or message us and stuff on our Facebook page to let us know if there would be an attendance.
Okay.
We can't go to the Aquatic Training Center right now. So we do have the FRC building.
Okay.
So those are the couple of places that we are, going, right now.
So how, go ahead.
For the play group, can both parents go, the mother and the father, or is it just one? Okay.
Yes. However, when it's the library, being that it is a limited, so yeah, probably not both.
But at least Biggs Park, they can both go.
Everybody can go. We really want to encourage our dads and stuff to start coming out and be a part of it. Most times the dads are the service members, so it makes it kind of hard. But we definitely encourage them whenever they have a donza or a day off or whatever. We definitely like to see our dads. We kind of pick at them like, oh, hey, how are you? Right. Like to see them, because it's very rare that we get to see the dads and stuff at play groups. So we have them,
So how can people find out, since, you have all these different locations that you guys conducted at, how can they find out where play group is going to be held and then what days and times are they?
All right. Good question, Tracy. So our play groups are Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, unless it states otherwise. I do believe the library is like 10 to like 11 a.m.
Okay.
And then for the Art and Hobby Shop, I do believe it's like 10:30 to 11:30.
Okay.
However, if you like us on our Facebook page at Fort Bliss New Parent Support Program, you have all access to our play group calendar. And however, if you like one of those at like a hard copy, you can always walk into ACS and pick up a hard copy. Or you can always call our admin too as well.
Okay. Oh, okay. And now that we have our QR code, they can scan the QR code and take you to that page.
Our Facebook page.
Okay, that's good. So we talked about the play group and then home visits. So let's get into a little bit about home visits. What do you do during the home visit? What's the criteria for you to go to someone's house? Or, because I know a lot of times when people hear home visit, they might be thinking that you're coming to judge them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So with the home visits, you at least have to have a child in the home from 0 to 4.
Okay.
If you do have an older child that you need, help with, as long as you have that child from 0 to 4 inside the home, then we can also help you, assist you with any type of needs that you may need with your older child.
Okay.
We're not there to judge. We're kind of, the criteria is you just have to sign up if it's something that you may be in need of. A lot of our clients, definitely we get a lot of the first time moms.
Okay.
That just had a baby that just needs a little extra help. But however, if you have a 2-year-old that you're struggling with disciplining or just potty training, things like that, we can come out. And when we first come out on our initial visit, we try to, build rapport, kind of get to know you. I can't just come in here and be like, oh, you need to do this and that and the third, I don't try to point any fingers. I try to build that relationship, so therefore you'll feel comfortable enough with me to be in your home. We do a family needs screener to kind of see where you're at with your family and stuff. And then we either score you as low needs or high needs. Our low needs clients, we normally meet with them at least twice a month. Okay. And our high needs clients, we at least need to meet with them at least 3 to 4 times a month.
What is a high needs client? Like, what criteria goes into that?
The criteria, especially if you have any type of DV or child neglect or child abuse.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So DV would be domestic violence.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it also depends on how you answer some of these questions, because they're kind of like all over the place. So if you answer a lot of these questions about like not being happy, don't feel good about yourself, spanking when you was a child, things like that can also send you to be like a little bit above the high needs criteria.
Okay.
So we just kind of work with you one-on-one. We have you fill out what's the form? It's not what to expect. I don't know why that's in my head, but it's how we can help you form.
Okay.
So it has like a lot of different like subjects that we kind of check off. It can be like sleep training, disciplining, resources in the community, like different things like that. Yeah. So you check off the list, and then when I come out to your home, I kind of first get in, kind of talk to you, ask you how your day was, how's things been the last time I had you, and then we started to go into some of the things that you checked off on the sheet. Okay. Now, sometimes, we walk into a visit and today we ain't talking about nothing on that sheet because something may have happened. You just need somebody to vent to. We definitely like to be there for support as well too, because it can be really hard, especially if you're the stay-at-home parent at home all day with a baby that doesn't have a lot of social interaction between you two. And then the only social interaction that you're getting is me coming to your home.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes we can't even, even to begin to digest what's on this paper, because if I got to take care of what's right, what's the concern right now, the need.
And then I imagine it's probably really hard, like you said, first time moms, and then even not first time moms, but if you have several children that are under the age of 5, and then your soldier is deployed on top of that. So I can see where it's like, I just want you to come and have some adult conversation with me.
Yeah. And I do that. And then I try to sneak in the education piece as well too, right? Because we got to get back to why I'm really out here.
Right. So I know a lot of it is focused on moms, but we do have some stay-at-home dads too. So you can do a home visit for the stay-at-home dads as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's anybody that's at home with that child can get those services. So when you come into a home, because a lot of times people think a home visit, is this going to lead to a CPS visit? So how can you reassure, that it's like, that's not what you're here, that's not what you're there for, is to, kind of like inspect their home. Yeah.
Now, of course, I don't want to walk into a completely like filthy or like nasty home, like there's no upkeep, because then again, that goes into child neglect.
Right.
However, but no, I'm not here. Like if you have some laundry on your couch, or, you may even get a chance to sweep today, I'm not going to be like, get
the white glove out.
What is this? No, I want you to be, like I said, that's why when we first come in, we try to provide that non-judgmental aspect. I come in, with open arms pretty much. You know what I mean? And then once I start to build that rapport, I'm like, okay, I see you haven't cleaned today, or this is normally out of your routine, or what's going on, like what's happening? Because 9 times out of 10, something is either, probably happening internally.
Right.
Or just, it's just been it's hard.
It's just been a rough week.
Trying to keep up with kids. Being a parent is a full-time job. And then if you already have a full-time job on top of that, or, whatever else that you're trying to do, it can be a lot. So we,
Yeah.
We're not perfectionists, and we do fall short sometimes, and that's okay. So no, I'm not coming in and expect, however, but sometimes when I come into a home, I may have already had a call from Fab Chemical, or CPS has called, or you could be voluntold to take my services because of an incident that's occurred. So then I'm going to come in with a different approach, because we may have to talk about safety, and cleanliness, or bring out like a chart to kind of help you get a hold of your like cleaning and stuff. Like, a 30-minute clean a day can do, really good. So it just really depends on why I'm coming into your home.
Right. Okay. And I like that you said that you come in and you can have a list for a 30-minute clean, because, believe it or not, some people don't have life skills. They just think, okay, the fairy comes and cleans up stuff. I don't know what happens.
Yeah, or even juggling, like, how do I get dinner done? How do I clean this? How do I do that? And then you got your spring cleaning, and kids are just driving you crazy.
As soon as you clean up something, they behind you to throw it back down. So we just try to talk about prioritizing. Like, get to what needs to be done first.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't stress yourself or worry out yourself about something that didn't get done. You know what I mean? I didn't cook dinner tonight. Okay, well, we can do Domino's or pizza, or we can eat a sandwich, And
sometimes that encouragement to delegate, right? Like, okay, you can't clean because you got a full load.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But maybe you could look into cleaning services, right? Like, they help you once a month or something.
Right, or something like that. Yeah.
Like, it's okay to delegate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's okay to delegate stuff to your spouse, too. And some of the, if you have some older kids and stuff like that, you can delegate, roles and stuff to them too, because it starts to get them in the habit of having a responsibility.
Right. And even the little ones, if you have a 3-4-year-old, you can teach them.
Yeah, to start picking up
it's like when it's like, okay, it's time to clean up our little.
And they have the little cool like toy where it comes. It's my favorite toy. They have the mop, the broom, the dustpan. I'm like,
if it only really worked.
It does. They actually work now. Yeah. So they can, but it's like to their size.
Yeah.
So like, hey, go sweep. There's a real broom with a dustpan. Like,
that would be your favorite choice, Jasmine.
She's the cleaner.
She's a cleaner. She's the cleaner. That's her happy place.
That is.
Like, I'm gonna get her to come to my house. So you mentioned before, that some people are voluntold to
participate in
the services. So command can say, hey, can you go out here and visit this family? Or someone may call, like, an example, say for instance, there's someone that works at Child Development Center, and they're concerned about, how this child is coming in and stuff, or like they feel like the parent seems to be really stressed. Can they call you up and say, hey, can you go by and do a visit with this family?
They will have to sign up for services first.
Okay, so the family has to sign up for services first.
Now, so they can be like, well, my command said I had to take this class. Well, then, the command told you had to take it, so therefore they're coming in here voluntarily to take it.
Right. So command can't call you and say, hey, I want you to go to this soldier's house and check out things.
No, but he can tell them like, hey, if you don't take this class, then there will be repercussions.
Okay.
To follow.
So like you say, they're voluntold.
Oh, yeah. So then you'll see them come in, oh, well, my command said I had to take this, or...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's good resources, because you don't just have a baby and just like, yeah, I got it.
Right.
Nobody does that.
Yeah. And then while we're talking about babies, we also have our baby boot camp class.
Good segue. Ooh. Mix it up.
But yeah, so we have our baby boot camp class. We just had it March 2nd of this month, and we have it every other month. So our next one will be in May.
Okay.
And it's an all-day class, about 6 hours. We break for an hour for lunch, and we go over like kind of much what to expect when you're expecting. We like to catch them in their third trimester.
Okay.
So therefore the information is kind of fresh in their brain. But if it doesn't matter if you're not in your third trimester, but we kind of talk about things that may be happening in your third trimester leading up to your labor. And then we start talking about labor and delivery, whether you would like to do a vaginal delivery versus, we do talk about C-section, because it's a possibility that you can go into a vaginal and end up coming out with a cesarean. So we talk about that. We talk about the use of pain medications, because, some people are really apprehensive about epidurals. So we kind of talk about epidurals, and if you want to go the natural route, more power to you.
Yes.
And so we talk about that. We also talk about breastfeeding. We normally have a lactation consultant come over from William Beaumont when she can. But however, the last couple of times I've been teaching a breastfeeding class because I am going to school to study to become a lactation consultant. And I just finished my class.
Yay! Congratulations! So we got our lactation specialist at ACS.
Right. Yeah, licensure test.
Okay.
And we also talk about SIDS.
Oh, okay.
Shaken baby syndrome. That's a big one because I want to say in 2019 we had about 6 shaken baby syndrome cases. 2020, it was only one that I knew about.
Right.
Okay. So we definitely want to, keep those rates down and stuff. And it's okay to get frustrated. We get frustrated as humans.
Right.
Know? But it's just what you do with that frustration.
Right.
So, we kind of talk to them about that. We even have a shaken baby doll that we have in class to kind of demonstrate the damage that you do, because a lot of damage can be done in a few seconds of shaking your baby.
Exactly.
So we talk about that, SIDS. We also do infant care. So we teach them how to change their baby's diaper and swaddle their baby and give their baby a bath and, things like that. So that when they do go home, they feel a little reassured.
Okay.
Especially because babies, they just feel like they're going to break.
Yes. And it's different when it's your own, too. Yeah.
Right.
You can probably be holding somebody else's baby when it's yours. It's I don't want to break it.
Somebody else's baby is here.
Right. Yeah. Because, it can be hard, because, you don't think about it. When you think about your life, you don't be I'm going to be in the military and then I'm going to have a baby and now I'm pregnant and then I'm away from all my family and friends. Mm-hmm. So our program was kind of put in place to kind of help provide that support aspect. So that you can build a family within your military community.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good, though. So when they're in the class, so you guys actually have little babies that they can practice these skills on and stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay. So I know at one time, New Parent Support had a baby that people could check out.
Yes.
So do you still have that baby?
We still have those real care babies.
Okay, that's what they're called, real care.
The problem I'm having right now is trying to get them to sync.
Oh, okay. With
yes,
okay.
They're working, but that little band that you wear to make sure that you're feeding it and changing it is not syncing.
Oh,
and the baby is just crying, and I don't want you to take this baby home and you get a failing grade. So we're in the process of working, trying to figure out what's going on with these babies.
Look, it's a good practice if they got a colicky baby just crying all the time. It's I can't make it stop.
Yeah, but we don't even talk about colic anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's now purple crying.
Oh, it's called purple. See, look, I learned something new.
Purple crying.
Okay.
Because what was done was some studies done in Africa that showed, because in Africa, they hold their babies all day. They strap them to them.
Right.
And they feed them almost every 5 minutes. And here in America, we don't hold our babies all day and we definitely don't feed them every 5 minutes.
Right. No.
But the same colicky or that purple crying behavior was still occurring in those babies in Africa.
Oh, okay.
So they labeled as purple crying because those babies are being tended to around the care, around the clock.
Uh-huh. Okay, so what is purple crying?
Well, purple crying is an acronym. So it's kind of like when most people feel like their babies is colically, some babies just like to cry.
Oh, they're
some
just fussy babies.
And it starts to happen about 2 months.
Okay.
No, I take that back. It happens about 2 weeks.
Oh,
and then
okay.
it starts to peak at about 2 months. And then it starts to taper off about 4 months. And so you kind of notice that these babies are just crying. They have this pain expression. It happens that night when we ready to lay down and go to sleep and we ain't really got time for this.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And there's nothing that you can do to kind of console them.
Okay.
So what do you do? I don't understand. What do you do?
What do I do?
You just go to sleep with the baby crying?
Well, you just have to get some patience. You're just gonna, try to tend to the baby's needs. Is it hungry? Is it tired?
Yeah.
Does it want to be held? Is it too hot? Is it too cold?
Can I just swaddle it up?
Right. Swaddle it, yeah. Swaddle. White noise. You kind of go through it. And they also have an app. The Periods of Purple Crying that you can download.
Okay.
Oh.
And then it starts to give you reminders at that 2 week time period when your baby may start to, exhibit purple crying. And then it kind of guides you along.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because then again, we definitely don't want you to shake your baby.
Right. I have 2 kids. I feel like if I had another baby, I would have to be hey, I need some help.
Okay, exactly.
It's different.
That's different. So that I learned
That's
something
crazy.
new. Thank you, Danielle. Look at you dropping knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
is there so we pretty much have gone. I think we've gone over pretty much what you guys do. Oh, the compassion bellies. Do you guys still do?
Yes, we still pull those out in our baby boot camp class.
Okay.
So if any of my guys that want to come through our class and wear the bellies, you're more than welcome. You can take them out.
So I have a question. Are we going to bring those simulators where they do the...
Oh, the one that kind of shows like the pain?
Yeah. We're going to do those. That would be fun.
Oh, that.
Right, they're just like, eh. I would attend those classes just for amusement.
I know. Hit them with one of those labor pains.
And when they put on the bellies, I'll just drop some on the floor like, hey, can you bend down and pick that up for me? Like, hey, you guys want to go, wear these to the Freedom Crossing where y'all go eat? Yeah. They be like, no, take this belly off. I'm like, well, she can't take her belly off.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah. Tell them they need to keep them on.
Keep it on. So, So, like I said, we definitely like to, we love to have our fathers and stuff.
Okay. And so what are some things that you guys have upcoming? Plan for new parent support?
So upcoming, we definitely want to do like a fatherhood initiative. We want to try to get our fathers more, included in the process and stuff. We encourage them to stay if they can, or come during their lunch break, or kind of set it around so they can be a part of our home visits if they do want to participate.
Right. But
yeah, we definitely want to start getting and seeing our fathers more in these fatherhood roles. So we're probably going to plan like a play group for just fathers.
Oh, okay.
Or like a day out at the park for dads. We're going to try to plan it, I guess, around a Donza, or knowing that the dads can come out, and be a part of it.
Yeah,
okay.
That'd be nice.
That's going to be good. Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay, I'm just still in shock about this. There's no more colic.
Yeah,
I feel so old.
Well, you should.
You said I should.
You did.
Oh, I thought you said I should. I was like,
I feel like I'm gonna go home and tell my kids, like, do you guys know that there's babies that just like to cry all the time? Don't have them.
And also too, you want to go with your first instinct. So maybe is there something wrong? Take them to the doctor and trust your gut instinct.
Okay.
Parents have an instinct, so trust it. Because 9 times out of 10, it could be something wrong.
I just thought of a question. Sorry to cut you off. When you work with the parents, right, like the family, if they have like a question where they are like maybe panicking about something, it's not a medical question, they just don't know what to do. Do they call you, or is it just between the hours of 7:30 and 6:30?
Well, with COVID, our hours got a little.
There was a gray area.
It was a gray area.
Yeah.
Most of my clients have my personal cell, so I have no problem with them. Asking a question after hours.
That's what I mean.
As long as they give me enough time to respond to them. I mean, I've had people, Saturdays, can we do a visit? I've had people, Christmas Day, ask me a question. Like, just understand too that, I have my own kids.
Yes.
They not purple crying, but be crying. Or whining. Yeah. Just, I have a life outside of here. So just, giving me the time to respond back. I may not respond back right away, but just, within an hour or two, I will get back with them. So I have no problem with that. So I guess it really depends on the discretion of the home visitor.
Yeah. And you guys can discuss that at your meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Because sometimes it is better to reach me on a cell.
I was going to say,
or send a quick text message. And I always tell them, like, before you call me, text me, because if it look like a bill collector or look like somebody over here,
all those scam calls.
I'm not going to answer.
Yeah. Okay.
And then sometimes they don't answer my call because it's not a 915.
Right.
So it's best to kind of text. And like I said, if you have any other questions, you can always message us in our DMs on our Facebook. We do respond to those as well too. And it's not just me.
Yeah.
So there's another one. So okay. Yeah. All right. Well, Danielle, if you don't have do you have anything that you want to add that we didn't cover?
No, I think I'm good. Just everybody, go like our new parent support Facebook page. I do have something I want to add. There is going to be a baby shower through the March of Dimes. I think it's free from E5 and below. Okay. And you just have to sign up. So I will be sharing that on our Facebook page. So if you want dibs to that free baby shower and the free goodies, then you got to like us on our Facebook page.
What you say? Because she's not giving y'all no more information about it. Go to Facebook and check it out. Okay. Yeah. So Danielle, thank you so much for coming and letting us know, what new parent support has going on, now that y'all, as you say, back out here in these streets. So we're glad y'all are back and doing those visits. But as you said, the people who are uncomfortable or may not be ready to, let those masks off or whatever, you're still doing those virtual visits as well. So we're glad about that. So with that being said, we're going to end our podcast for today. And this is Tracy.
Wait.
Okay.
We didn't ask her the question.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Ask her the question, Jasmine, since I forgot. Go ahead. Go for it.
Okay, so what we ask everybody that comes to our show, what brings you joy working for New Parent Support?
Oh, because I love what I do. I love working with my parents and my babies.
Good.
That keeps me here.
Because you had to have something to keep you here. So yay, those babies and those parents.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're gonna close. I feel so off today. Okay, anyway, this is Getting to Know ACS with Tracy
and Jasmine. Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell button.
Bye.